Welcome to another video. I'm holding the vlog camera now because Hamza is not with me anymore. He decided to continue his education and sign up for another degree. He's only been in the uni, as he calls it, for 20 years and he wants to continue. No, I'm kidding.
What's up, guys? Good morning, welcome to the sunny Sarajevo.
No, I have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
I want to hear from you, and then obviously I'll share my thoughts. But if you're 20, what should you be investing in?
If I'm 20,
let's say like you're around like between 20 and 30. What are your ideas of what people should be investing in?
it's a hot topic right now. And do you want me to hold it?
No, I just want to make sure they can hear you. Go ahead.
A lot of people in Bosnia say that investing in properties is a good investment. But crypto is also a hot topic, but I'm not sure. Like,
Bro, you're already fired. If you said crypto, you're fired. So don't listen to him.
I think when you're 20, you don't really, most of the people really don't think about what you should be investing in. You just get a bunch of money, then it's like, oh, let's go clubbing, let's go spend it on some travel and stuff like that.
That's true.
And that's why I asked you like this morning, because I was out with one of my buddies and it just I got started talking about investments, and he mentioned S&P 500 fund. He got that recommendation from one of his higher ups, and that's something I really want to like see and maybe
start doing
about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you this. When you're 20, you don't really make that much money. And if you're thinking about investing into the S&P, which isn't a bad idea, that's definitely one of my top like 4 or 5 recommendations. But say you're making $2,000, right? After all expenses, you have like, I don't know, say you can invest like $100 a month, which is still good. But in a year, you got 1.2K, 3% of that, let's say it's 10% return annually. You're making $130 a year. It's not gonna change your life.
Yeah, of course.
You know, obviously it compounds, but at the beginning, my recommendation is to invest into a high-level skill, because truly that will take you from 2K to 100K. The reason I say that is because when you're starting off, like, it's really hard to invest into real estate, invest into these things that people that have money tell you to invest in. And that's the thing that like people get wrong. They're like watching what people are doing after they already made it. I always tell people, like, whoever you look up to, look at what they did when they were starting off, because investing into real estate and stocks and stuff like that, it's good for allocating extra money, but you got to make the money. And the reason I say that high level skill sets can take you from like 2K to 100K is because when you learn something like coding or marketing or sales, I mean, there's so many different ones. You can easily start scaling to like crazy figures. Like, I wouldn't have made money if I didn't learn a high level skill set, which was sales and marketing. With those two, I made so many different companies. I exited a company with that same skill set. I partnered up with companies right now because of the same skill set. So without that skill set, I wouldn't have had any of that. And when they're like, what's the best investment you ever had? Probably me learning how to do sales and marketing. And I did have some courses, but like honestly, it was just like me learning from my own mistakes. And that itself made me millions. I don't like sharing exact like numbers, but when you ask me how much did you make from like real estate or stocks, I didn't make millions off of that. So the best investment to me so far has been that. With stocks, I'll share. I'll probably bring in, I don't know, maybe like 80K a year passively off of it. Cool, but it's not
bad.
Millions.
Yeah.
And then the real estate thing, I never really bought properties. I bought one property. It was like an Airbnb. I made money off the Airbnb, and also when I sold the property, I made maybe 40K altogether. Also good, but I didn't make millions. So personally, the best investment I ever did was just my skill sets. And you know, there's a lot of courses out there. Yes, I have a program too, but the reason I have my own program is because everyone's asking me for advice. I'm like, hey, just join the community, it'll be a lot easier for you. But you don't really need a course. Everything's on YouTube. Just buy some books. I don't know.
Read them.
Selling. Yeah. Look up spin selling. Go on YouTube, look up how to run ads, and learn all these things.
If you dedicate your time and energy into it.
Yeah. Just checked out a new coffee shop lounge called Harmony here in Otoka. But the second thing that I would invest in if I was in my 20s up to 30 is relationships. That's, again, it's something that I found value in, because one relationship, one connection also made me millions. For example, when we got into the life insurance space, me and Christian obviously were the geniuses behind the business and the marketing, but then the third relationship was someone that was in the field, and through that connection we established a new business that literally within the first year started making 5 million. And again, stocks nor real estate nor anything else could have made that much money in 12 months. And how do you invest into relationships? The thing is, like, when you have enough value, people will want to work with you. So usually when you learn like a high level skill set, people will want to like be around you, utilize you just like you want to utilize them. Everyone's kind of using each other to establish partnerships and level up. Something else that I recommend if you want to connect with high level people and you can't just knock on their door, it's a little cheesy, but something that I react to myself is when someone does something that's meaningful. And what I mean by that is like when someone buys me a gift that's actually meaningful. If they're like, hey, like I know that you love cigars, I got you this cigar because I was in I don't know, in Cuba or Guatemala or whatever, or the DR, and I got you this cigar. There's 2 cigars. Whenever you're free, I would love to grab a smoke with you. Right? They thought about something that was relevant. Or if they knew that I love Bosnia, or if they know that I love the gym, they find something that's relevant. Don't just buy a random gift. Even if the gift is super expensive, like Gucci shoes, that is irrelevant to me, and it doesn't feel sentimental. I know it's cheesy, but like trust me, like I'm talking about things that like I react to. When someone does something like that, even if it's a random person, I'm like, dude, you know, you really went out of your way. I can grab like a 30-minute like coffee or cigar with you. Like, you know, let's see if there's anything I can help you with. Second thing to invest in, these things cost money, right? A cigar might be like $30, $60, or maybe like, I don't know, like some special like gym membership or something like that might be like $100. That is the second investment I would do, because again, that little establishment can lead you to millions.
Imao sam mentora iz Amerike koji je rekao kako je ovdje kod nas zanimljivo, to jest kako je u Americi zanimljivo što niko nikog ne vodi na ručak, a ovdje ljudi prvo odvedu te na ručak, najedu te i onda pričaju o poslu, a tada sam puno bolje raspoložen.
Preko ovoga mi pratimo bukvalno sve, znači sve jednu marku što uložite mi pratimo da izvučite koliko god možete iz te jedne marke. Kao što možete vidjeti, svaki lead ima svoju kategoriju i kad mi pratimo u ovom detalju, to je razlika između što vi sad radite oglase preko Olixa ili Avaza i razlika kad radite sa nama. Znači ne samo da imate i marketing, ali sad imate bukvalno sistem što se može skalirati. Jer ja mogu ovdje uvijek ući i vidjeti koji su leadovi hot, koji nisu. Jer ja sad da vas pitam, ulažete šta, 5.000 mjesečno u oglase, jel znate koliko su leadovi aktivni, koliko će možda zatvoriti ovaj mjesec. Možda imate neke cifre, ali nije ništa concrete. Zašto je ovo važno? Jer sad bi ja njima izvukao ROI sheet. Znam da možda ove neke stvari nemamo, ali volio da imamo. Jer, kaže, kad uđemo u ove detalje, ja tačno vidim da smo uložili 600.000 za rad 10 milijuna za ovog našeg klijenta. I ovdje su oni hama već prodat. Znači oni su vidjeli, holy shit, vi ste zaradili nekome 10 milijuna. Znači kroz ove neke male stvari dok ja objašnjam oni fataju taj pre-sale. I ja im ovdje sve pokažem. Znači sve ove mjere, koliko košta CPL, koliko košta po appointmentu, koji je vaš conversion rate, koji je vaš ROAS. Ovo su neke podatke što možda vama nisu bitne i ako želite da izvučete najbolji ROI, ali za nas je bitno. Jer kako god ulaže sa nama, on hoće da stvarno zna koliko je izvuko para. Tako da što se tiče mene, da sam ja u vašoj poziciji, ja bi implementirao ovaj isti sistem, jer kad tad morat ćete. Jer će oglasi će biti skuplje i na kraju ko prati sve jedan detalj će biti uspješan na kraju. Znači to je moja prezentacija. What do you want, a third one?
Third one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Again, these are things that I found to be a good ROI. I would say the third one would be your personal brand. People really knowing you. Kind of molds the first two, because like the first one is like high level skill set. If you have a brand, people will know to reach out to you, to utilize you for a skill set. And the second one with partnerships, my idea was for you to either use kind of like a gift or something to develop partnerships. But again, if you have a brand, a strong brand, people will come to you for partnerships. The way I grew my brand was by investing into my social media presence. That was a big one. Recorded content. That's kind of free. You can do it with your phone. I mean, I bought just like external mic at the beginning. But one of the biggest pivotal brand moments was when I had the i8 and it was gold chrome. And that car was like, I don't know, I think it was like 60K. That's definitely like an expense that most people can't afford. But to me, it was like an investment. I'm like, okay, that car cost me, I think it was like $1,000 a month, I think. And I was like, if I can get one client utilizing this car for my high level skill set, which at that time was marketing, I was like, it will pay for itself. And that i8 got me a lot of connections. But that example I gave you on my second tip of me meeting someone that ended up being a partner for my insurance business, and actually even Christian, was because of the i8. So like where I lived, and anyone that would come in to the building, they would see it. And I had the Bosnian flag on there, and there was another Bosnian that lived in, actually his girlfriend lived in the same apartment building. And we were kind of like pulling out at the same time. He had a Bosnian flag too, so we kind of like just said, hey, I see that you're Bosnian, I'm good to finally meet you. And he connected me to his girl because his girl had a business. He was like, hey, if you can help her with marketing, see what you can do. And I helped her a little bit, but then she connected me to the guy that was starting up the insurance business. And through that partnership, again, we made a lot of money. Him being a client, us starting our own business together with that trio venture. And again, that was like one person. I met Christian because of it, because I was driving all the time. He would see me in Ybor City where the cigar lounges were. And he was like, whoever this guy is, like, I gotta meet him. And then even the other partner that we had, which was like Rob from Raw Media, that ended up being an amazing partner and friend. I was standing next to their car when I was doing Turo. Someone was picking up the car, and I was standing there, and then he was driving by in his Egyptian accent. He was like, hey, can I shoot your car? And people are always trying to like shoot the car for free because they want to like establish like a relationship with me. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. But then we ended up connecting, and then later down the road, we ended up working together. And like, no lie, these relationships directly and indirectly brought me a lot of money, either through referrals or partnerships or still active business partners. So you got to find a way to stand out. That was a 60K investment that I can't even calculate the ROI on that. And the thing is, like, when you buy a car like that, you're like, shit, 60K is a lot. This is just like a side tip. You're never investing the full 60K. I always ask myself, if I buy this car, how much can I sell it for tomorrow? And I saw that the cheapest one at that time was going for like 50K because it had like a lot of miles and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, the worst I can lose is 10K on this car. So it's 10K worth this investment to scale my brand. And in my head it was. But again, something to be careful with. Not all cars yield to building your brand, because then I had more expensive cars like the Lambo and McLaren, and I got like some clients from it, but not as near as I did with the i8. So one lesson learned is that you have to find a way to stand out with the car. That's why I wrapped the G-Wagon neon. But again, it wasn't as loud or out there as the chrome gold, you know, especially on the i8.
It was such a unique car.
I love that car,
remember it.
man.
Yeah.
I love it. Still to this day, when I like see it, I think it's because of the moment in my life where I was with that car, because I just started making some money, and then there was a big jump in everything. My car was there, part of that like journey. So go buy a Gold Chrome i8.
And your business will skyrocket.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But this isn't financial advice. Do not hold me to any like guarantees. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, because like again, most of the time when you go on YouTube, you're gonna hear things like invest into the S&P, invest into crypto, invest into real estate. And to me, it wasn't the best investment. I got pulled over for the first time yesterday.
Why?
I was driving to Bielacnica, and you know how they stand outside with the lollipop?
Uh-huh.
He was like, pull over. But I don't have the front license plate yet, you know? So
Yeah.
that's the first thing he saw. And then he was like, do you have the registration? And he was like, is it yours? But he was nice. He just checked like the paperwork, and then he just let me go. He could have definitely gave me a ticket for something. Like even like the front license plate, I'm supposed to actually have it. And I do have one, an extra one. I just don't have screws to put it in. So I have to buy that. His story, but he was talking about how he signed up for dancing classes.
Yep.
And he started going to these dancing classes, and he was shy, and he was like feeling awkward because he thought everyone was looking at him trying to learn how to dance. It was a full class. There were like 20 people, and he was like, I would try to like do something, but like in the back of my head, he's like, I thought everyone was looking at me. And then I looked at a mirror, and everyone was so worried about themselves, they didn't even pay attention to me. And that's a lesson in life overall. When you're walking down the street, or you're at the gym, or like in class, you're like, holy shit, everyone's looking at me. They're not even looking at you, they're worried about themselves. Because everyone is thinking the same thing, like, holy shit, everyone's looking at me. So like the math doesn't math at that point. So even at the gym, bro, like everyone's stressed about themselves.
What?
Did you have a good workout?
Oh yeah, it was the best workout I ever had.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's head home, bro. So you're done.
It's been a
Good
long day.
workout, though.
Hmm?
It was a good workout.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
At least my mission is accomplished. Hamza actually signed up for his membership, so.
One step closer.
Did you actually sign up? Like you
I
paid and
did.
everything?
I did.
Let's go.
All right. See you in the next vlog.
See you guys.
Bye.